4 fastest and cheapest Madden 20 Ultimate Team coins. Make sure you guys go check out my sponsor, EasyMut.com. Use code VENOM at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's on, everybody? It's Fire here, back in the video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys one of my favorite coverage defenses to run in Madden 20. Now, this formation is going to be big time 2-3-6. A lot of people don't know about this formation. Super underrated for a multitude of reasons. Now, starting out, I just want to talk about the formation, subs, and something glitchy about this formation is that you can actually put outside linebackers at defensive tackle. Now, this gets very glitchy when you can throw Lawrence Taylor at defensive tackle and other great players like a Chandler Jones and Regs or something. You guys see Zadarius Smith. Now, with this formation, what you're going to want to do is put your best pass rushers on the inside, or the guys that you have abilities on. Now, I have these two guys. They're going to be fighting the most. These guys on the outsides are mostly just speed guys. They're not really going to be getting any quick shed animations. This defense is more what I run to like stop the pass, so I'm really preventing players from scrambling out of the pocket. So you guys will obviously see that later in the video. This might be a little bit confusing right now, but I'm just going to come out in a stock cover 2. Also, you want to set your audibles. Just have cover 2 and cover 3 ready. And yeah, let's just come out in a Tampa 2, and I guess I'll just come out in a random shotgun pass here on offense. Now, right off the bat on defense, the thing you're going to do every single time is just slant outside and contain. Now, you could actually pinch the D-line if you want. I've seen a lot of people do that, and these two guys you want really to just be fighting, slanting outside and containing. But these players on the outside, Preston Smith and Rashawn Gary, are really going to be fighting. You guys will see they're actually going to completely contain Lamar Jackson. I've ran this online and absolutely bagged Lamar Jackson. Now, this is going to be difficult because obviously I want a user, but I can't really do that. Now, the most basic cover 2 setup you could run is something like this, where you just put this player in the middle third. You could obviously keep this guy in a vert hook like this, but what I usually do is man him up, and then I'm roaming this right side of the field. Any quick streaks with RB, tight end post, drags from right to left, anything like that. Now, like I said, I'm going to be showing you guys how these contains work with Lamar. So let's just snap the ball. You guys see it. Try to roll out, instant sack. I'll go ahead and show that again on the left side, but again on defense, all you're doing is pinching. Now, when you guys see when I pinch, watch Zadarius Smith. He's the only one moving. So although it does say pinch, nobody's moving. Nothing's really happening besides Zadarius Smith. So again, you're just going to pinch that D-line, slant outside, and then quarterback contain. In a situation like this, again, I'm putting that middle backer in a middle third, and then I'm just going to man up this slot corner on the slot guy. This is an adjustment I go to a lot. Just takes away any quick streaks, quick out routes, quick slants, curls, hitches, a lot of those kinds of routes that people like to snap throw, especially when you're playing a lot of coverage like this. They like to dink and dunk rather than go for chunk plays. But again, that's just a basic coverage. Now, here you guys will see I'm just going to scramble out to the left, and I'm going to get shedded. Boom, Preston Smith right away. Now, I'm not sure what it is about this formation, but those sheds are super glitchy. But you guys see, if I went ahead, sat in the pocket, what I was saying earlier about those outside guys, you don't really want to put your best players on the outside. Instead, if I just went here with Lamar, sat in the pocket, those outside players aren't really doing anything. And this is why I really said that you want good pass rushers on the inside with Kenny Clark and Zadarius Smith, because I could just sit in that pocket for a while, and those outside guys aren't going to do anything. Even if I did have abilities, it wouldn't make too much of a difference because you're just sitting in the pocket. Now, obviously, Marshall Yanda is going to definitely help because he does have that post-up ability, I believe, where he's dominant in double-team blocks. So I probably shouldn't have used the Ravens for trying to show a shed defense, but you guys get the gist that your opponent, most passers in this game want to scramble out to the pocket. This is obviously if they're using an escape artist quarterback and not a pocket passer, but again, I can just go ahead, scramble out. It's going to be an instant sack every time. You could go ahead, maybe get the ball out, but chances are you're getting sacked. Even with Lamar Jackson, I'm not going to be able to outrun him typically. Now, you might think, oh, you could try to do this. I actually forgot to do that contain, so yeah, I'm going to get out of the pocket. But I want to get a little bit into coverage now that I've gone in depth on that little shed tip. So again, every play, no matter what, I could be running cover 3, Pinch the D-line, slant outside, contain. I could be running man coverage. It doesn't matter. It just stays the same. So now I'll show you guys a cover 3 setup. Again, these are going to be super basic setups in the beginning. This is a sort of beginner defense, I like to think of it as. But again, pinch the D-line, slant outside, contain. And then for cover 3 basic, what I like to do, our basic setup is just man up this linebacker on the trip side to the slot receiver like this, and then we're using Martinez. Basically, all we have to watch is A on his streak. Maybe he's on a post. X could be on a slant. If you know that X is going to be on a slant or crossing pattern, then you could go ahead and man up LB on X, something like this, and then maybe put X in a cloud flat or a soft squat. Setup like this, similar to a cover 3 cloud, is one of my favorite setups to run. Now, like I said, this is a go-to setup if you know X is on a streak or some sort of clear out, post route, just because you only really have to worry about A or B in this scenario. Maybe RB on a deep post or something, but just go ahead, snap the ball. You guys see, boom, Y is covered, and the pressure comes through. So even if I'm sitting in the pocket, Preston Smith can still go ahead and get pressure. That was the cover 3, which is a little bit different than the cover 2, I believe, but again, back in this cover 3, I'm pinching the D-line, slanting outside, containing. And like I said, I really like this cover 3 cloud setup that I showed you guys. That's just going to be putting B in a soft squat and then A in a deep half. Now, it's going to be this very basic setup. Again, in this scenario, I'm manning up this player on the slot receiver, and then I'm just I kind of like to hover in the gap, sort of occupy that center. It's just a little bit of a weird thing that I do. Everybody was running it in big nickel over G, if you know, you know, last year. But again, basic setup. Boom, just going to use that. X covered, B is covered, and that is bag. Now, I know these aren't really great pass plays to show off, but the defense, you're really going to force your opponent to pass from the pocket with this defense. Now, I understand that they could maybe potentially get a chop block, but something I actually noticed when I went against this defense in online is that you can't double team. Oh, I thought you couldn't double team. I guess I was mistaken, but some defense, maybe if you spread the linebackers, then you can't double team. I think that's the thing. Yeah, so if they spread their linebackers like this, they could potentially even get better sheds. And look, I can't double team that player. So if they don't know the chop block, and even if I try to chop block, I'll see if it actually works. Now, I should probably try this on the left. Now, the chop block, I'm going to slide to the left, double team this player, and ID him. I'm pretty sure that this should get the chop block. We'll see. Snap the ball, and yeah, it does. So I could obviously roll it to the left in this scenario, but you really just kind of want to force them to run to the worst side. In that case, it would be the left, so you're kind of fine with that. You could obviously spy one of your D tackles, something like this, and still keep him in the pocket. But again, I want to go over a cover 2 setup I like to go to, and this is perfect because it is against a bunch that I wanted to show you guys. Now, basically what I'm going to do is just put B in a outside third, A in a, I wanted to put A in a curl flat. I guess I actually can't for some reason, so I could just come out and cover 3, and then just put that cover 2 to this side, something like this. I think the adjustments are weird. I might have to go to a different package. That might be my fault, but again, you could just get really adjusty. There's not a lot of personal setups that I do that are too adjusty. You go with something like this, like I said earlier, and then you could maybe use this guy. You could obviously man up RB on A. And also, something I forgot to mention with the formation is that this player right here is going to be a cornerback, so you could get Deion Sanders at linebacker pretty much. Very glitchy. This is a setup I like to run against gun bunch. You could also go ahead, maybe put RB in a middle third, and then man up this player. You just have to watch out for maybe a tight end flat or an out route. And then you're obviously using Savage, snap the ball, boom, I see a flat route, boom, working, and we're going to get home. So, for only sending 4 people, you are getting pretty good sheds, and yeah, I really like this defense. I'll try to show you guys a couple of my other adjustments that I like to run. Something like this is one of my favorites. Again, these are just pretty basic cover 2 setups. In this case, I'm not really manning up that trip side because I do have a vert hook in the cover 2 shell, so I'm not too worried about that. Might also go ahead, shade outside, or just put B in a soft squat, something like this. One of the most basic setups. I'm really watching A here. He's not anything we're worried about. And you guys see Zadarius Smith coming up the middle. So basics, again, this is probably the best stock cover 2 or cover 3 you can run. Big nickel over G is another great one, but a lot of people don't know about this one. And then also that tip that if you spread your linebackers, they can't double team. It's pretty crucial, and I found it very annoying online. You kind of have to sit in the pocket and make a read. Again, I could just sit here, boom. I forgot to contain there on defense, which is why I was able to get out. So basically, you could just run stock cover 2, cover 3, and still have success with the defense. You could pinch your D-line and spread your linebackers, something like this. Those linebackers will still be in the contains, and they'll still be getting pretty instant pressure. There you guys see I rolled out to the left, rolled out to the right. They both got sheds, so overall, just a very frustrating defense to go over. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well for some more Madden 20 content in the future. Follow me on Twitter, link will be in the description, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. Peace, I'm out of here.